Welcome back, and we're still listening to Lumo as I am recording these two UI episodes back to back. So hello again, we are back to our runner tutorial. This is whatever episode it is. I'm sure the title says it, because I'll have time to count everything then, as right now these are all just a blur to me. Woo! I promised tutorials, so I am getting these here pushed out so that you can all have tutorials. Awesome. Okay, so we are going to get to our widgets, and we're going to fix our main menu. So our main menu, when we hit play, we are going to do the exact same thing we do on our other things. Are we? No, we're not. Okay. So we're going to do two different things. Okay. So we are now going to duplicate our test map and make map start. So I did this in the last episode because I was thinking something and it didn't quite pan out, but this is what I wanted to do. So this is a completely different thing because it ties into a future episode, okay? But it does exactly what we want it to do. So on map start, we are going to go into the blueprints, open level blueprint, and on begin play, we are going to create widget. So this is actually rebuilding exactly what we did last time. So I didn't have it incorrect like I previously thought. Okay. Get player controller. Set show mouse cursor. And the other thing is I'm trying to make this simple as an entry-level tutorial. And some of the things I would do regularly are not this. Actually, a lot of things for the menu, which we'll go into in the future Game Academy videos, are not this. So keep this in mind. This is a great starting point. It gets across everything you need to do, but there are more advanced ways of doing it that are more efficient and a lot more manageable in the long run. It's easier to tweak instead of having stuff on the level blueprint like we're doing right now, and then some stuff on the game mode and some stuff elsewhere, and so on and so forth. So just letting you know that we are going to be changing up how we handle menus in the next series in the Game Academy series, which I'm not giving away yet because I'm not sure which game we're going to be building next. Right now it is the runner. Who knows? Are we going to do the space shooter next? Are we going to do the FPS next? Probably going to be one of those two, so probably the FPS, but I'm still thinking on that. Don't hold me to it yet. Okay, and then we're going to come from here and we are going to do... There was something I did last time. Can you all guess it? This is like that part in Dora the Explorer. It's like, can you find the thing that's on the screen? Because I can't. It's in my head, but it's just not coming forward. Oh, set input mode. So we want to set input mode UI. That's what we wanted to do. That's what we wanted to do all along. How was the turkey? How was the turkey all along? That was Grr from, yeah, except for the voice sucked. Never mind. So we're creating a menu widget, adding it to viewport, setting the mouse cursor to show, yes. So we want to make sure we click that little box, and then set input mode to UI only. And this happens on our map start. which we're on map start. Perfect. Now, if we go to our widgets and we go to both the win and the fail, we want to, instead of doing this, we want to open level, map underscore start. Look, it makes things even simpler. So this is the part I screwed up in our last video. We're going to go over to the fail one as well. And get rid of this. And paste in map underscore start open level. Okay. One more thing we have to do is in blueprints, open level blueprint, we have to tell this to pause the game. Set game paused to true. And in my next series, I think I'm gonna be a little bit more stickler on saying what each variable type is and explaining them. But in our runner game, we just want to feel good making our first game, and that's what the main focus is. Okay, so we've rebuilt what we had last time, which I thought I screwed up on, but apparently my mind was just mush. And I just needed like 30 seconds in between recordings to figure that out. Great. Okay. And then, yes, those do that. So now if we play the game, we still have the weird camera glitch. Slow zone, we missed our hurt zone, got our health zone, we fall, we die, and if we hit restart, it still restarts the level we're currently on. Which in this case happens to be the start level. So what we want to do is how do we want to do this? Yeah, right now that's just how it will have to be. Because that bit isn't even until a later video that we're kind of setting things up for right now. So if we win and we hit restart, we just restart there. But if we're on the other map, then it will restart elsewhere. So that's what we're going to work on now. So within our menu, we also have this level buttons. So what we're going to do here is let our select levels. Okay. So now we are going to do a new user interface, widget blueprint, UMG underscore levels. And we're going to double click to open that one up. And then I think we want a uniform grid panel. So we're going to do a border. I'm going to pull it out something like this. I'm going to have my anchor in the center again. So we're going to do that 1200 by 700. So negative 350 by negative 600, and everything centered up there. We are going to change the color of this to something non-offensive. Yeah, something like that. And then we are going to add a uniform grid panel. So this here lets us put blocks in a grid. Yay! Why are these not showing up in a grid? It should be in a nice uniform grid, like the panel says. Am I missing something? Oh, min and max desired height. Yeah, so that should be panel 1, that should be panel 2. Okay, what are you doing, crazy thing? Why are you not aligning to a grid like you are supposed to? What happens if I put in an image? Image still goes there. It's confusing my brain. Minimum desired slot width. Let's try 500. Minimum desired slot height. 500. And it doesn't change a damn thing. If we hit compile, save, and reopen it, does it do anything? Nope. Okay. So screw that. We are not going to have a grid panel then. We are going to have a horizontal or a vertical box that makes it nice and simple, and then we're just going to put some buttons in here. You're going to put text in the buttons. And then we're going to call these level and 1 or 0, 1. Level 0, 2. Level 0, 3. And then we'll set the text as well. So this is our level selector. That doesn't look like anything fancy, because it's not. Does this have any... interesting binds? No, no it does not. We're actually going to build that on a button. I think, no, we're not. We're not even going to bother with that. Okay, so that's how we're going to keep it. We're going to go over to the graph. And on our 3 level buttons, we're going to add on clicked events. Now we're just going to tell them to open level. Compile and save. Perfect. Okay. So, and then UMG menu. Going to go to our graph and button levels on clicked. We want to create widget. Get the levels widget. get our player controller. So get player controller. And add to viewport. So that will now add to viewport. We can load different levels. Otherwise, we can just play the current level. On play, I should also remove all widgets. And then create widget. Get our player controller again. HUD and add to viewport. So this way, if we just hit play and we've already opened levels, it'll remove that and re-add our score there. Okay. Perfect. So that is our main menu. Oh, we still have exit. So exit on clicked. We are going to quit game. And that's it. Just a node that says quit game actually quits the game. We can force it to background, but no, really we want it to quit. Okay. There we go. So now you could make a couple different levels, and I'm going to leave that up to you guys. So copy your level, modify it, drop stuff in however you want, and then in your widgets levels, you can make buttons just like we did there, and on each, just put in like map underscore test will be our level 1, and so on and so forth. You can put your maps in there and just keep adding levels to your heart's content. And they will load up, and otherwise we've got the game mode. We didn't do much with that. We set up the main menu widget, and now we're going to set up scoring, which is what I promised. And this is actually pretty darn quick. So what we'll do is we will get our game mode, and we already set up score here. Perfect. We're gonna go to our actors, and we're going to do this. We're gonna put a new folder here. Yes, we are. We're gonna do a new one. We're gonna call it scoring. And we are going to add a blueprint class actor, and we're going to call this class underscore coin. Okay. We are going to add to class coin a box collision. We're going to get rid of all that, and our box collision on component begin overlap. Same as we've done for all our zones. Cast to pawn underscore character. And if that is true, get game mode cast to GM run. Get score, set score. We will add an integer to an integer. And then we're going to right click here, promote to variable, and we're going to call this one points to add, or let's keep a proper naming scheme, score to add. It'll add to the score. Okay, compile and save. Okay, and let's set that as, 1. So the nice thing, and the reason I did this as a class, is we're going to learn about inherited actors. Yay! So we have class coin here now. And let's say I want a small coin, which is worth 1, and a big coin that is worth 10. So I can right click and do create child blueprint. And I can do coin underscore big coin and duplicate coin underscore small coin. And in here, using this little eyeball, we can say show inherited values. We've got score to add. Small coin will stay at 1. Big coin, though, however, we'll put to 10. And then we'll just add component. We will add a cylinder. And then I am going to hit E to rotate. And R to scale. And then I'm going to select our box and make our box just bigger than our coin. And there we go. There's our big coin and our small coin. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to add a component. Going to add a cylinder. I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to scale it down to fit the box instead of vice versa. And there's our small coin. And let's go to our map test. We'll bring out our scoring, so I'll bring out a big coin. And we're going to set a big coin just here. And a small coin, and I'm going to set a small coin, right on top of there. Right like that. Perfect. Okay. Now, in our widgets, we want to go to UMG HUD and get score here. And we are going to tell its content, which is this number we've added, to bind. We're going to create a binding. What we're going to do here is we're going to get a mode, cast to GM run, get score, string, because we have to turn this to a string first before we turn it to text. I believe we may be able to just turn it to text. Oh, we can just turn it to text. There we go. So we do not need the to string. Make sure everything looks nice and pretty so it is good and readable. So what this is doing is every time score changes, it's going to update. You can see we have it set to 1000 right now, and it was always showing up as 1000, whereas now it'll show up as 0 until we collect that, until we collect that. And we now have our score going up. And we want to do the exact same thing for our win and loss screens. The win, you're going to grab score and hit bind, create a new binding. And I am going to go and copy and paste that from our HUD. Come on. Alright, so I have to go to graph, and there it is. There's our binding. I'm going to copy that. Go to win. And paste. Always compile and save, and then same thing to fail. Hit their score, bind, and we'll just set like that. And there we go. Compile and save, compile and save. Everything's compiled and saved. Except for HUD, apparently. Compile, save. There we go. So now if we play, and we hit that, and we hit that, and our score gets increased, and we win, we should say, score 11! Yay! I died, so apparently I didn't hit the win zone. Which is weird. Somehow we just introduced a new bug. Oh, there we go. Sometimes just playing it in editor like this does weird things. But yeah. There we go, got score, and if you wish you can do the exact same thing. So going into, say, your HUD, making another setup like this for your player health, and then getting the character and getting their health and displaying it just like this. Actually, you know what? Let's do that while we're here. So we're gonna take this, Control C, Control V, and just grab that box, bring it right there. Then we're gonna change health to, or score to health. And then this here, we're going to hit bind again. We're going to create a binding. And then we're going to get player controller. Get pawn. We want get controlled pawn right there. Cast to pawn character. And then get health. And plug that right in there. So our health's at 100. And if we hit that hurt zone, our health goes down. Health went up, health goes down, and we win with a score of 11. Woo! And there we go. So we've got a HUD showing that. We can pick up points quickly before we call it a night, as we've got like 5 seconds before it's over. So we can go in here, and when all this is done, we can destroy actor. There we go, right at 30 minutes. destroy actor. So when we pick up a coin, it disappears. There we go. So in this episode, we've done scoring. We've finished setting up the UI. We track the points on the UI. We've got pick-upable items. We did a lot this episode. Wow. Okay. So let's do the quick recap. So we already had our widgets made. But what we've done is modified our win and loss widgets so that when we hit the menu button, it opens the start or menu map. Whereas when we hit the button restart, it'll restart whatever map we're currently on. We made the levels so that we can now click a button and load a different level. Okay, so this is where the win pressing restart will just restart whatever level you end up to be on. Whereas if you hit menu, it will take you back to the first level and the first menu. And then we set up our coins. So when a coin is overlapped, it saves the score to the game mode and then destroys itself. And since all that is set up in class coin, we can modify bits of it in our big coin and small coin, but when we add things like the destroy and we modify the main base, its children, big coin and small coin, get those same modifications. So we'll see that although I only modified class coin, both the big coin and the small coin disappear when I hit them. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you've liked the videos, please leave a like. If you've got any other constructive criticism for me, please leave them in the comments below. And if you'd like to continue seeing what's coming up on the channel with the upcoming tutorial videos, please hit subscribe and hit that little notification bell. Until next time, this is Blaster Toad signing off, and I'll see you in the next video with, I think I'm going to go into level unlocking is the next thing I have on the list. So we quickly set up our levels menu, and next thing we're going to do is set up locking and unlocking them, and looking into the use of game instance, which is pretty much the highest class of, well, yeah, the highest class you can get on Unreal Engine. It persists through every loaded level and everything, so that's what we'll do next. So, thank you again for watching, we'll see you next time, and until then, as always, I hope you're having a great night. Bye for now.